Discord. Hey. And then I'm going to do the enter.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Southern National Motorsports Park for the LeithCars.com 100. Please rise for the singing of the national anthem performed today by Jordan Dudley.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the or the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
I need something faster.
LeithCars.com offers Leith Direct online buying. With no hassle pricing on used cars, I just picked my car and clicked to buy. They'll even deliver it to me. And if I change my mind in 3 days, I can just bring it back. Leith Direct online buying from LeithCars.com. It's one more reason why it's easier here.
Looking to do something fun, different, and exciting with the family? Experience Friday Night Stock Car Racing, located in South Raleigh at the Wake County Speedway. Wake County Speedway is a quarter-mile banked asphalt facility, providing lots of close racing action. For more information, including the schedule, please visit WCSpeedway.com. Wake County Speedway, America's favorite bull ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first race of a 5-race series for the Leith Cars 100. I'm Charlie Hanson alongside good buddy Michael Diaz. We'll be calling the action tonight from the 410 Southern National Motorsports Park. Mike, I'll tell you what, a great night for a race here at Southern National.
Absolutely, man, and I appreciate everything that everybody behind the scenes has done to bring this live to all of our fans out there while we're enduring the COVID-19. And I appreciate it. I think it's going to be great. I think it's a great night. I mean, the weather's looking good. It's almost perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe it's a 78 degrees with a 2-mile-an-hour wind. So it is a beautiful night of racing. Practice going on right now. We're getting ready to head into qualifying here momentarily. But tell you what, the 2 preliminary races that we had earlier in the season, wow, what action. Of course, it doesn't ever take place, to substitute the real racing that we're missing here due to the coronavirus. But I'll tell you, the action that we've had has been unbelievable.
Yeah, I was actually headed back last Thursday from the racetrack. I had to go down and meet some county officials and try and get ready for our race season to transpire, talking with Wilson County and the sheriff and everything else like that, and I was able to watch it on YouTube. It was actually a really, really good race. And you and Robert both did a great job announcing it, and I thought that it was really, really good. It was a close finish there at the end, and it was fun to watch.
Yeah, so looks like there's about 7 minutes remaining in practice here before we'll get qualifying underway. So I'll tell you, thanks to LeithCars.com for putting on this 5-race series, Mike. So I'll tell you, 5 races here at Southern National, I believe, all in the street stocks to sort out a championship here coming out in just a few weeks. Just kind of pass time away until the governor gives us the green flag to go back racing. So what a way to get the guys together on a Tuesday night.
I tell you, I saw a big announcement from Wake County Speedway. Why we got a little bit of time, why we're on and we're live. What do we got going on over there? We're going to do a legend event, it looks like. So tell us a little information. Even I don't know much about it. So talk to me.
Well, yeah, we decided that for the business end of it, that we think that the INEX deal would work to run a show without fans. It's just going to be some twin 25s for the Legends and twin 20s for the Bandoleros. No fans in attendance, just crew members only. So that's going to be a week from Saturday. So that'll be May the 23rd. We'll open the pit gate at 10, and then we'll start practice around 12:30. So, don't want to turn on the lights. Racing on Saturday at Wake County is definitely different, but a lot of the drivers not able to get there on a Friday afternoon. So, trying to keep expenses down. Didn't want to, the expense of the lights and racing with no fans definitely is just not really an optimal business plan. So we're gonna give it a try and see what happens. So I'm excited.
Actually, I think it's an awesome way to a lot of tracks are going full bore green, this, that, and the other, and they're going to encounter so many different issues. And especially since, we were talking with the Assistant Secretary to North Carolina Department of Human Health Services, and Matt over there was like, there's so many different things that we have to do, that we have to put in place, and so many other requirements that they're making us do. Like Hickory this weekend, they have to take temperatures in and out. They have to send a full list of drivers of everybody who was in the pits to North Carolina, so that way they can do that kind of what everybody's watching on television when they say that they can do that tracing or that mapping. All of these racetracks that are operating in North Carolina, that's what North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services is making them do, which is trace everybody that's in there and then submit that list to the Department of Health and Human Services, so they know who was at the racetrack that weekend, so that they can trace it. That's a big part of it, and I think what we're doing down there is just a little brief interlude. It's going to make it easy. It's going to get our employees acclimated about, hey, this is the new kind of racing, what we need to do, how we need to do things, and it's a slow approach at getting into the new normal. So that way, when we all can have fans and everything else like that, we'll have a little bit cleaner of a start to really understand how we need to do it. We can train our staff. That's basically what it boils down to.
Absolutely. Of course, I don't ever like to correct you, but you said that's what they are doing, but that's what they're supposed to be doing. I think there's several racetracks around that are not doing exactly what they should be doing, and I hope that doesn't affect racing in general here coming up, trying to get open back up. But Matt Gross with the North Carolina Health and Human Services has been an awesome person to work with so far.
Well, I mean, let me correct you because you jump at every occasion to correct me when I'm wrong, so that's not an issue whatsoever.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So looks like there's 3 minutes left in practice. Mike, not sure exactly who is on top of the leaderboard here in practice. So, yeah, it's gonna be a great night. And once again, thanks to Leith Cars. Tonight's Leith Direct 100 is presented by LeithCars.com. Now offering Leith Direct online buying. You benefit with no hassle pricing on used cars. Just pick your used car and click and buy. If you change your mind within 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and pick something else. Leith Direct online buying from LeithCars.com. Your next car in a click. So there's a picture of the LeithCars.com 66 car of Ethan Johnson on your screen. Great to have Mark Arson and all the fine folks at Leith Cars involved with the virtual Southern National Motorsports Park Racing Series. And then there's the second LeithCars.com car driver. That's Timmy Hill. Timmy Hill is a Xfinity driver. He drives the LeithCars.com paint scheme at the Roval in October at Charlotte. Great to have Timmy Hill joining us tonight in the Leith Cars Woody paint scheme. Mike, how about that? A little throwback there. It was an April Fool's joke. I talked to Mark, and Mark said that they had played an April Fool's joke on Timmy Hill about that paint scheme, that was going to be his paint scheme for the Roval, and they were just trying to get his reaction just for an April Fool's joke. But so he's actually getting a chance to really run it, and I kind of like it.
No, I think it looks really good. And then of course you have there the 20 car of Mike Stoddard with Accent Imaging. Big part of actually putting together this series for us here on iRacing. He's got a lot of hours and grinds and trying to communicate with all the competitors. And again, that's Accent Imaging, and his car's looking pretty good out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike Stoddard putting in a lot of work to be the kind of in charge of the series here and the series director. So it's great to see him. Just saw the 24 car of Mason Diaz. Mason Diaz, also an Xfinity race driver, also a ARCA Menard Series East driver, full-time this year. Of course, once we get back going, racing for Venerini Motorsports and Toyota Racing Development. So I'll tell you what, we've got a stacked field of drivers here tonight for this first round of 5 in the Southern National Motorsports Park LeithCars.com race series.
Well, it looks like qualifying is about to begin here. We got about 9 seconds into qualifying. That's a 10-minute qualifying round where these guys will throw down their laps to see exactly where we pan out. Here for the Leith Cars 100, round number 1. Looks like the number 8 car, the Fanatics, going out there. That's Jack Britt, headed out there to throw down his laps to see exactly where he qualifies for tonight's feature event.
Yeah, Jack Britt out on the speedway, so he's first to attempt his qualifying run. Mike, I believe there's over 40 drivers attempting to qualify for the 24-car field. So these guys have to put down a quick lap. Not everybody's guaranteed to be in position to start this feature. So I believe we take the top 24 qualifiers, so there's going to be a lot of guys packing up and going home tonight.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I mean, the fans just came out in droves tonight to watch this feature event here, the Leith Cars. Look at those stands. I mean, that's just incredible.
I'll tell you what, it's a packed house, so be great to have that kind of fan count when we come back from this little pandemic COVID break, but let's hope that that the fans come out in full force and support the racetracks, both Wake County and Southern National, because without fans, Mike, we know that racing's just not going to work.
Absolutely. Leith Cars driver number 66, Ethan Johnson, just threw down his time, and so getting ready for the next competitor to come out onto the track.
Yeah, waiting for Mike Stoddard. He's out on the speedway now. Looks like he's currently with a 15.523. Looks like that's the 12th fastest lap as of now. Coming across to the stripe, and don't see him picking up much. Possibly, it looks like he's gone to the 6th position, Mike. So it looks like the Accent Imaging car number 20 will be 6th on the grid.
Next up is going to be Legends driver, Legends champion out at Southern National Motorsports Park. That's going to be the number 7 car of Dylan Spain. Not a typical ride that you see him in all the time in a street stock, more along the lines of a Legends driver, but he definitely knows the line around Southern National, and I'm sure he can adapt well while he throws down these laps here to qualify for the Leith Cars 100.
Yeah, looks like Mike Wheeler in the 42 car. Joseph Pittman, there's a familiar name to Southern National. In the 08 car, looks like he's posted a 15.459. That's going to be 14th fastest for the 08 of Joseph Pittman. Blaze Brinkley on the speedway in the car number 12. He's a former Bandolero champion, also races late models at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Looks like he's got a 15.404. That's going to be 9th fastest for Blaze Brinkley. Looks like Eric Courtney out on the speedway now. Eric is a Legends driver at Southern National Motorsports Park. Occasionally takes a visit down to Wake County Speedway. As of now, he's 25th fastest. He's got to pick it up a little bit. He does, so he's 18th fastest on lap number 1. He'll come back to the stripe, but right now he's in the show with the 18th fastest lap. I'm not sure how many cars. 10th fastest, so looks like Eric Courtney, he just locked him a place solid in the lineup for tonight's Leith Cars 100.
Well, there's a familiar face to me. To me, this is my kind of racing right here because I don't have to fix this car. I don't have to do anything. I don't even have to buy tires for this car. So, right now, 24 Mason Diaz in position 21st right now.
Yeah, the Solid Rock Carriers Prince William Marina sign shop entry from Manassas, Virginia. Looks like Mason's going to warm up the tires a little bit here as he's going to take the lap around the 17-degree banking in the turn, 7 degrees on the straightaways, on the 70-foot wide 4/10 mile Southern National Motorsports Park.
Charlie, I saw on Facebook the other day we got some concrete being poured out there at Wake County. How are all the improvements as Mason's putting down some laps here? How are all the improvements coming along over there at Wake County?
They're coming along pretty good. We just we tried to clean up a little few spots in the pit area with about 50 yards of concrete or so, and thanks to Ricky Temple with RLT Associates, he donated the concrete, and it's coming along good. It's just a work in progress, just kind of eating the elephant one bite at a time, trying to do all the improvements over there at the track.
I know that Joe Staples has got Southern National looking really good. I know that the Southern National up on the walls has been painted and the yard's getting mowed, and he's done a good job out there. He's fixed a bunch of stuff. He's got a little bit of a list over there that he's still kind of working on to make some improvements out there, but he's definitely getting it prepped and ready for when we can go back green. We got about 3.5 minutes left here in qualifying.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break on MaxSpeedTV.
Leith Cars, the local name you've trusted for over 50 years, introduces Leith Direct, the safe, easy way to buy a car online. Just pick your favorite, no-hassle priced used car. Yes, all cars are market priced, so no back and forth. And click to buy. We'll even bring it to you. And if you change your mind in 3 days, just bring it back. Your next car in a click with Leith Direct online buying. From the name you can trust, LeithCars.com. It's easier here.
I need something faster.
LeithCars.com offers Leith Direct online buying. With no hassle pricing on used cars, I just pick my car and click to buy. They'll even deliver it to me. And if I change my mind in 3 days, I can just bring it back. Leith Direct online buying from LeithCars.com. It's one more reason why it's easier here.
Looking to do something fun, different, and exciting with the family? Experience Friday Night Stock Car Racing, located in South Raleigh at the Wake County Speedway. Wake County Speedway is a quarter-mile banked asphalt facility, providing lots of close racing action. For more information, including the schedule, please visit WCSpeedway.com. Wake County Speedway, America's favorite bull ring.
All right. Well, welcome back to the Southern National Motorsports Park for the Leith Cars .com 100. Just saw a great Leith Cars commercial there with Timmy Hill. Timmy Hill joining us tonight. Timmy Hill, congratulations to him. He won the NASCAR Provisional Series Championship at the virtual North Wilkesboro Speedway. So it's going to be interesting to see how he stacks up with the local drivers here, Mike, at Southern National in Wake County tonight.
I tell you, that's one of my favorite things is always watching someone who's been competing up in the top 3 series. Always come back to a short track to see how they can compete, whether it's in a virtual world or whether it's live, actually at the track. And I wish more drivers would actually do that, come back to their roots a little bit. It would just benefit all of us. The fans, the owners, the promoters, everybody, and I think that hopefully with this COVID-19 that maybe some of that can become, a reality to where we see more of that happening at short tracks. So that way we can get back to our grassroots and we can start to rebuild a little bit.
Absolutely. There are several drivers. Kyle Busch is a good one. He was at Southern National for the Thanksgiving Classic just like a week or 2 weeks after winning the 2019 Monster Energy Championship. And that was awesome to see him there supporting local racing. And just after winning the championship, I mean, he probably just, he was just in New York on the Tonight Show and then, comes down to Southern National to race. That's just awesome.
Yeah, I actually thought that was really cool. I knew a couple of days ahead of time before it was announced, and it really wasn't. I didn't really announce it just because I knew he just wanted to come race, and he didn't want to be bothered by it. But he's a true racer. He just likes to race, and he's just. And I was truly impressed because a lot of guys that have come down to the track and that. I mean, he hung out with his team. He helped put the car away. He worked on the car. I mean, it was awesome to see, and I hope that he can come back and race with us at another time.
All right, so the qualifying grid is set. Take a few minutes to get the cars lined up and everybody in place. So looks to me like front row is going to be on the outside pole is going to be the 66 car of the LeithCars.com ride of Ethan Johnson. And on the pole in the 34, it is Robert Arch. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if people have been watching the first two races, these two guys have had one heck of a rivalry already brewing here, and we haven't even got the series started yet.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one pans out as we're continuing to grid up. It looks like on the second row there, I think that might be Timmy Hill starting in the, and it is. So Chase Robertson starts off P3 tonight, and in the fourth position tonight, that is going to be your Leith car drivers. Of the number 56, that's going to be Timmy Hill.
Rolling off fifth in the car number 8, that's going to be Jack Britt. And rolling off sixth, that's going to be the car number 7 of Dylan Spain.
Couple rows back from that, we're talking about row 4. That's going to be the P7 position. That's going to be Zach Lightfoot. And then starting off in the 8th position, that's going to be Michael O'Brien in the 61.
Rolling off in the 9th spot, that's going to be Josh Parrish. And then rolling off 10th in the car number 21, that's Eric Courtney.
P11 for tonight's event is going to be the number 12 of Blaze Brinkley. Starting off 12 is the number 20 car. That's going to be the Accent Imaging driver out of Raleigh, North Carolina, Mike Stoddard.
Rolling off 13th is going to be Will Bristol. And then rolling off 14th, former Wake County Speedway track owner, that's Adam Resnick.
Back in the row 8, we have in the P15 spot, that's going to be Mike Wheeler. And then starting off 16 tonight is Tristan Stephenson.
Rolling off 17th, that's a former U-Car track champion. That's the 08 of Joseph Pittman. And rolling off 18th, that's Chris East.
Row 10 tonight, starting in P19, that's going to be Nick Robinson. And starting off in the 20th position, that's going to be the 44 car of Dylan Newsom.
Rolling off 21st, that's going to be the 24 car of Mason Diaz. And Parker Frazier rolling off 22nd.
Row number 12, starting 23rd, Davey Lamont. Starting 24th tonight, that's going to be the 16 of Noah Haslip.
And rounding out the field, that's going to be the 72 car of Jeremy Bowen. And on the outside of Bowen is Ronnie Jones.
Row number 14, starting 27th, that's Chris Dodds, and 28th is going to be Bobby Gower.
All right, I believe that's going to set the entire field. Tonight's Leith Direct 100, presented by LeithCars.com. All used cars are market priced with no back and forth at Leith Cars. All right, green flag is in the air. It's lap 1 of 100. Robert Arch jumps out to a quick lead over Ethan Johnson.
Ethan Johnson to the back bumper of Robert Arch as they go down the backstretch. But you have the number 56 of Timothy Hill. Looks like he has some issues.
Caution on the speedway early here on lap number 1. Gonna check the replay here to see exactly what happened, Mike. Already caution just 3 laps in. So it looks like contact between the 40 car and the 46 of Chris East. So Chris East is facing the wrong way on the speedway and then contract from the 21 car, and he flips it. So caution with just 3 laps in the books of 100.
Definitely some tight racing going back down through there. Almost had 3-4 wide as the 40 car spins, the 46, those two collide, and then a 21 car just, I don't know, Spotter missed that one to tell him that there was a car parked in the middle of the turn.
Yep, so caution on the speedway, so several different angles. It's just showing that the 40 car just heavy contact with the 46 of Chris East. So East looks like he gathers it up and gets it pointed back in the right direction. All cars rolling away with 5 laps of 100 in the books. Robert Arch still showing the lead over Ethan Johnson. Definitely a battle to keep your eye on. Will be that battle up there for the top spot.
I tell you, it looks like Jim Bushy has a new ride for this one. I've never seen Jim pilot a pace truck. So Jim Bushy having some fun out there in the iRacing pace truck for the Leith Cars 100 here as we're still gathering up the cars, getting ready back to go green.
Yeah, lights are still on the speedway, so Robert Arch still showing the way in first. Ethan Johnson rolls second. See if we can get the rest of the top 10 here. Chase Robertson third. Timmy Hill is fourth. Jack Britt is fifth. Zach Lightfoot is sixth. Dylan Spain is seventh.
Josh Parrish is showing in the 8th position. Michael O'Brien in the 9th position, and that is the number 12 of Blaze Brinkley, rounding out the top 10 for tonight. As we're getting ready to go back green here, pace car Jim Bushy ducks down in there. Green flag is out. We're back to racing.
Back to racing. Robert Arch, he pulls away on the front straightaway. Looks like everybody's cleaning green through turns 1 and 2. Couple cars out of shape back there on the back straightaway. Ethan Johnson, a little rub on that back fender of Robert Arch.
Cars are flipping on the thing. Probably why we didn't get a caution on that one, but we're still going green right here.
Look like there is the caution flag. Caution flag. We're going to check the replay. I'll tell you, cars flipping all over the place. Wow, what another caution. We almost went caution free the first couple events here on the replay. The 44 of Dylan Newsom looks like he's going to be involved. The 24 of Mason Diaz looks like he gets through. Just Mike Stoddard involved also. So terrible caution here with just a handful of laps in the books, just 11 of 100. Looks like that's the 61 car of Michael O'Brien on his lid. So definitely not a good day for him. Newsom trying to check up, so just mayhem back there in the back half of the pack with 11 laps of 100 in the books.
Tell you, I hope Tootsie rolls okay in that 61 car. It kind of brings back to back in the day when he flipped his mini stock, which I think was back in about 2013, 2014 when he had some serious issues over there in his mini stock. So
looks like some heavy front end damage on the 61 of Michael O'Brien, so he'll have to take that thing to the attention of his crew. Mike, I'm not sure about virtual racing. Can he go in and get that damage fixed, or is that what he has for the rest of the night?
I thought you could push a button, to be honest with you. What I thought was really interesting there is I saw a little aggression there from Mike Stoddard. Looks like he gave Michael O'Brien the old little bump, but as you can tell by that view right there, he hit the old reset button, and Michael O'Brien's good to go. It looks like Tracy Muse got hard to work on that thing and fixed it.
So looks like the lights are out on the iRacing pace truck. Jim Bushy Jr., the field is going to stack them back up 2 by 2 by 2 once again, with Ethan Johnson still showing the way. Ethan Johnson first. Robert Arch is second. Looks like Timmy Hill in the other LeithCars.com ride is fourth. So top 4 cars, 2 of them are LeithCars.com. So they are stacked and ready to go when the green flag is in the air.
And we are back to green flag racing. We're on lap 15 of 100. It is Ethan Johnson with a little bit of a lead coming out of turn number 4. Down the front stretch they go. Robert Arch still to the outside of Ethan as they go through 1 and 2. Robertson trying to follow suit. A little contact there. Ethan Johnson gets a little squirrely coming out of 2. Robert Arch still on the outside.
Yeah, Robert Arch holding his own. Almost looks like he's about to clear Ethan Johnson there. Timmy Hill just kind of riding back there in the 3rd spot, waiting to see what happens here with Johnson and Arch. Trouble, 0-7. He spins around and contact all over the racing surface. I believe that'll bring out another caution here with just 17 laps in the books. I'll tell you, what a caution-filled race thus far. These drivers need to get settled in and take it easy.
I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know if you guys understand this or not, but I was able to virtually put down some PJ1 on the outside group, and that is why Robert Arch apparently can hang in there on the outside group as they go down through there. There's Mike Stoddard's ride looking a little bit of damage. Mason Diaz went for a little bit of a flip. Not too many people survived that one on the round backstretch.
Yeah, absolutely. That all started with the 0-7 car of Zach Lightfoot. I'm not sure exactly what happened there to cause him to start that accident, but he was definitely up in the beginning of that wreck. So here's on the replay watching him. He was back in the 5th position. Looks like he just lost it with Blaze Brinkley. Maybe some contact, but he spins it around in front of the entire rest of the field, and then everybody else with nowhere to go. Like I said, see some left front damage on the 20 of Mike Stoddard. So big wreck here on lap number, whatever that was, 19 or so.
In the racing business, we like to call that big junk on the backstretch. That's what we're talking about. It's a good thing that these types of accidents don't occur that often at Southern National. I'd like to knock on wood as much as I can. I tell you, for the going on 9 or 10 seasons of racing, we really have had some, really for the most part, clean racing, lots of racing surface out there. So these ones that you see on virtual racing, I'm glad that we're viewing them here versus viewing them massive wrecks out there, and I hope when we go back racing that the racing can maintain and just kind of stay clean, so that way no one has any expenses and we can just have everybody back to the racetrack time in and time out.
All right, pace truck off the racing surface, green flag back in the air. Once again, it's Ethan Johnson and Robert Arch on the front row with Chase Robertson 3rd and Timmy Hill 4th. And Blaze Brinkley is going to round out the top 5. They're 2 by 2 all the way through the field as they are making their way by the lap car of Dylan Newsom and the 5 of Bobby Gower.
They're going from the 56 of Timmy Hill as they go down the backstretch, down there in 2 turns. The 56 of Timmy Hill sees a hole trying to get to the inside of Robert Arch as they come down the front stretch.
Chase Robertson clears the 34 of Robert Arch. Now here comes Timmy Hill, gives Robert Arch just a little bit of bump, and he's going to work to the inside of the 34 of Robert Arch. Blaze Brinkley, he's going to try to hook on the back deck lid of Timmy Hill as lap 25 of 100 is off the books in the LeithCars.com 100.
Arch Hill side by side as they go down into turns number 3. Blaze Brinkley trying to fill that gap right there. Hill gets a little squirrely, a little bit of contact between him and Arch as they cross the stripe. Brinkley to the inside, 3 wide through 1 and 2.
3 wide through 1 or 2. Robert Arch thinks better of it. He backs out. Brinkley definitely the beneficiary of all that move as he makes his way. Trouble. Robert Arch goes around. It looks like that'll be another caution flag with just 28 laps of 100 in the books. So caution on the speedway as Robert Arch, he picked up the first feature win. He was battling hard back there with Timmy Hill and Blaze Brinkley and the entire crowd. So trouble on the speedway for the 34 car of Robert Arch.
I think maybe the contact between him and Hill back there through 1 and 2 might have cut a tire or something like that, but it's kind of unusual to see Arch spin all by himself, even in a virtual world.
I'll tell you what, tough break for Robert Arch. And remember, we're here on MaxSpeedTV. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll return here once again to the LeithCars.com 100.
I need something faster.
LeithCars.com offers Leith Direct online buying. With no hassle pricing on used cars, I just pick my car and click to buy. They'll even deliver it to me. And if I change my mind in 3 days, I can just bring it back. Leith Direct online buying from LeithCars.com. It's one more reason why it's easier here.
All right, we're back here at the Southern National Motorsports Park and for the virtual LeithCars.com 100. I'll tell you what, Mike, what a caution-filled race here thus far. Something that we didn't see in the first two events here at Southern National in the virtual race.
Well, I think all the practice races are done, and we're in round one, and you know, it matters from here on out. So I think, anxiety is a little bit high. And about the only thing that I can say is I'm glad that it isn't a virtual world with all these cautions because, buddy, me and you would be really, really tired of cleaning up the track and everything right now.
I'll tell you what, and absolutely. But looks like the lights are going to go out on the pace truck. Jim Bushy will be pulling that thing off the 17-degree banking here momentarily as Ethan Johnson and Chase Robertson are going to lead him to the green flag. Timmy Hill still riding in fourth as Blaze Brinkley, he rides third. Looks like the caution's still out. Oh, nope, caution's off. Pace truck's off and green flag is back in the air.
Woo! Jumped that start just a little bit in the 66 LeithCars.com over Robertson. But we still have Ethan Johnson is out front, and that is Robertson and Blaze Brinkley in the P2, trying to nudge up there and get some advantage as they come off turn number 4. Down the front stretch they go.
Yeah, it looks like some more trouble back there in the back half of the pack. I saw the 20 car of Mike Stoddard. He was sliding again, pointed in the wrong direction, but we stay green, and we are on the way here for the Leith Direct 100. So Leith Direct is the new program. Tonight's Leith Direct 100 is presented by LeithCars.com. With just a click, you can buy your next car online from home with Leith Direct. Choose from thousands of no-hassle priced used cars. If you change your mind within 3 days and 300 miles, just bring it back and pick something else. Learn more and start shopping at LeithCars.com.
We got 38 laps of 100 laps down here. Ethan Johnson in the 66 car is out front. Guys, you guys watching out there on YouTube, subscribe to Max Speed, man. Let's get this thing up. Michael is doing a great job broadcasting these things for us. And he'd love to get you guys to click that subscribe button so that way he can get some viewership out there as we click off lap number 40 of 100 here at Southern National.
So Ethan Johnson still showing the way in the LeithCars.com 66 as Blaze Brinkley rides second. In the third position is still Chase Robertson. Fourth position now, that is I believe that's the 91 car. I think that's Will Bristol in the 91 car.
Yep, that's going to be Will Bristol, and then it's going to be followed up by the 56 of Timmy Hill, and then it's the 35 car of, I forget his name, I apologize. Josh Parrish there in the 35 car. Huge fan of Southern National, actually. And Charlie, as we're still green here, 43 laps of 100, I'd like to take just a brief moment just to recognize that David Simon, who was our head tech last year, passed away in November. And I got the unfortunate news on Mother's Day that his wife, Ivy, actually passed away as well. So a little bit of a moment of silence here just in memory of Ivy and of David, both huge. They worked at Southern National for years, so it was really sad to hear of Ivy's passing on Sunday, especially on Mother's Day, and our hearts and prayers and everything go out to all the kids, Donna, Boo Boo, everybody. Really just a sad day to find out that she passed away of a heart attack on Mother's Day morning. So.
Absolutely, all our thoughts and prayers are with the Saunders family in a tough time, for sure. But It's a great racing family and supported Southern National and a lot of local racing. Just a great racing family and a huge loss for sure.
100%. 48 laps. Southern National tonight. Ethan Johnson still out there in the lead for the Leith Cars race going on here tonight at Southern National. Again, I can't thank everybody for help putting this on as we clip off halfway right here.
So halfway, Ethan Johnson is the leader. Battle back there for position in the 20 and 21st place between Joseph Pittman and Mason Diaz. Mason went down a lap early here. He's fighting to try to get that lap back. Maybe he'll end up with the lucky dog. Not sure who's the first car on the a lap down, but tell you what, once you get down a lap, it's tough to fight your way back to the front, and it is a tough field of cars to try to work your way through.
Looks like a pretty good battle going on there between the 42 of Mike Wheeler and I believe that's the 4 car of Adam Resnick. Back there in the back in the position 15 and 16. We got some good battles going on back in the back. Meanwhile, Ethan Johnson's still way out front.
Yeah, Ethan Johnson still showing the way over the 12 car of Blaze Brinkley, and Chase Robertson kind of quiet in the 3rd spot. Mike, I'm not sure. Chase Robertson, I'm not sure where he is. Where he is from. I'm not sure if I've missed him somewhere in the course of Wake County and Southern National Racing, but Chase Robertson doing a heck of a job tonight, riding in 3rd.
He is doing a heck of a job, and over the past several years, man, I'm not remembering his name either. So hopefully he's a new addition to the family at Southern National and Wake County in the real world when we go back to racing, and whatever current car that he does drive, hopefully he can find his way out to our track and put it on there. I see Gale Force is a sponsor of him, so I'm not quite sure where he races all the time.
Well, he may be a crew member for one of the guys at the track, so we don't know. But looks like Timmy Hill still riding in the 5th position, just kind of patiently waiting, not saving the tires possibly, Mike, here for the last half of the race. Tire wear is a factor even here in the virtual world.
What's going on, bro?
We're going to go on board with the 56 of Timmy Hill. The sign shop onboard camera looking good for the 56 of Timmy Hill.
Yeah, a little background on Timmy Hill. He was born February 25th, 1993. He is an American professional stock car racer driving the 66 for MBN Motorsports. In the NASCAR Xfinity Series, he drives the 61 and 66. He was born in Port Tobacco, Maryland. Began racing go-karts at the age of 12, which I'm guessing most of these guys did.
Yeah, Timmy also is drives the LeithCars.com 66 car at the Charlotte Roval race in the fall. So Timmy Hill, huge addition here to the Southern National Motorsports Park Virtual Series and Leith Cars Direct 100.
Yes, and as most people noticed on Fox TV the last few Sundays, he was the winner of the Pro Invitational eNASCAR Racing Series live on Fox iRacing. He had the best finishes of all the drivers out there, including the biggest names you've ever heard of. Timmy Hill put on a great show. He's doing it again tonight.
Yeah, so far he's in the 5th position, so he's got a little bit of work ahead of him to try to wrap this thing up. 63 of 100 in the books, as it's all Ethan Johnson so far tonight.
I tell you, that 66 car, for all intents and purposes, it's on a rail out there, but Blaze Brinkley's doing really, really good. Blaze, moved up to a late model stock after competing a couple races in a legend car, and of course multiple championships at multiple racetracks in a Bandolero, so including Southern National, Wake County, and several others. And he's primarily called home in a late model stock out there at Myrtle Beach, but I mean in the virtual world here at Southern National, he's doing pretty good. Hopefully him and his family come out to visit Southern National when we go back green.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll see him at Southern National. But those two drivers are checking out. But Ethan, I'll tell you, he has been really consistent the first two virtual events here at Southern National, fighting along for the top spot all night long. I don't think his finishes really showed exactly how good he's actually ran.
And actually, the top two, they were teammates there for a while in the Bandolero, several different years, trying to gain points on the INEX system and everything else like that. So that's pretty cool to see both those guys run up there in the front. I'm not quite sure where Robert Arch is right now. It's not his night, so we definitely won't see a last-minute spin. There's definitely a car that's parked on the turn just then. We could have gathered this field up. I'm not sure. Maybe race control went to the bathroom or something. I'm not 100% positive.
Yeah, I did see that car. He was definitely tore all to pieces. I'm not sure what happened there, and I don't even know exactly who it was. But lap 70 in the book here, 30 laps remaining, as Josh Parrish trying to work his way up. Looks like Josh is riding in the third position right now. Trying to run down the 12 car of Blaze Brinkley.
I just got some communication from the spotter tower official. It seems like there's someone in the back there is complaining of definitely some rear end grease coming out, and it's all over the track. I'm not 100% sure. If we can maybe, I'm trying to get in communication with them to see exactly what's going on out there.
Well, it looks like they'll throw the yellow flag here for some debris on the speedway. So the caution is going to fly here for some debris on the speedway, and there it is.
All right, you tell me about your car, bud.
So I believe that's about caution number 7 in the Leith Direct 100 presented by LeithCars.com. So the field will be gathered back up, hopefully for the final time here, as some track cleanup is underway for that car that was sitting right there in the middle of the speedway. So looks like a lot of guys are opting to pit, Mike. This is going to be interesting as all the leaders dive down pit road.
Gonna go hit that reset button. That's a button that I wish was actually, we could move from the virtual world to reality, because that would definitely save a bunch of car owners like myself, a bunch of money and effort and time and everything else like that. As Robert Arch pulls off to the screen, Dylan Spain's out there. It's 76 laps of 100. Ethan Johnson pulling out of his pit, getting back out there on the green. Everyone's taking some tires here, so we can have looks like it's going to be roughly a 20-lap showdown here.
So 20 laps remaining, going to be remaining here shortly after they come back out for the green flag for the Leith Direct 100 presented by LeithCars.com. All used cars are market priced with no back and forth at Leith Cars. Just pick your favorite car, truck, or SUV and click to buy. Leith will even bring it to you. If you change your mind within 3 days and 300 miles, just bring it back and pick something else. Leith Direct online buying is another reason why customers tell us it's easier here. So I'll tell you what, Mike, whenever we need another car, we're going to have to go over there to Leith and pick out one of their 22 brands. They've got 22 different brands that they sell and over 1,800 used cars in stock. Of course, I think we'll probably opt for a new one, but we got 22 brands to choose from anyway.
Well, I was told that Mark Arson is searching for the perfect pace car for Southern National for this year for Jim Bushy to drive. And I'm really looking forward to seeing exactly what that LeithCars.com, Direct.com pace car looks like for Southern National for the 2020 season.
Well, it looks like the pace car is off the speedway, and look who's in the lead. It is the 56 car of Timmy Hill in the LeithCars.com Woody Wagon. Big trouble, Robert Arch, big trouble on the back straightaway. That will definitely bring out a caution once again as the entire field is involved behind the top 4 cars. It is complete mayhem back there. We'll try to sort it out on the replay to see exactly what happened. But good God, there's 5, 6 cars upside down. Robert Arch is sitting the wrong way. Mike Stoddard involved. Really, we just say the whole field involved. Oh, it started with contact on the 32. Made contact with Robert Arch, and then everyone else piles up, flips over, nowhere to go. So not sure exactly who was in that 32 car who made the initial contact with Arch, but it was a huge... Oh, it started with a little bit of contact from the 35 into the 32, and then everybody else involved. Ethan Johnson involved once again. Just the whole entire field. So I guess there's going to be a lot of guys hitting the reset button now, Mike.
100%. That's the 35 of Josh Parrish. Gets a little bit into the 32 car, which sends Robert Arch, of course, spinning and into the outside fence, which just collected a majority of the tail end of the field. But there was a good battle. Blaze Brinkley dipping to the inside of the 56 to take that position over to him. So, I mean, it would have been, without this caution, it would have been some good racing up front there for the lead. So hopefully the next restart with probably we can hopefully get going there with about 15 to go so we can get a 15-lap shootout.
Yeah, it's going to be, like you said, approximately about a 15-lap shootout when it's all said and done. So we're going to get this field restacked up, and hopefully we can get a rundown on the top 10 once they get sorted out from all the pit stops and the mayhem that we just witnessed. But, wow, I think everybody was involved in that one.
And I'm not going to say anything, but I think Jim Bushy got some damage on that one.
Absolutely. So it looks like race control is getting the lineup sorted out. Looked like they were having they were showing Zach Lightfoot as the leader here. Looks like Timmy Hill has been reverted back to the 9th spot. Robert Arch 10th. Will Bristol 11th. Race control still sorting these guys out as they're finishing up their pit stop. So like you said, Mike, looks like we're going to have about 15 to go. And the green flag is in the air, and it is Blaze Brinkley once again as he leads them to green with 14 to go now.
Blaze Brinkley out front of the 35 car, Josh Parrish, followed by the
07 of Zach Lightfoot.
Zach Lightfoot, driver out of Langley, Virginia, and also Dominion Raceway, drives the Dominion Racer out there, which I guess now is the Virginia Racer. And then that's the 42 there, excuse me, of, who's that, Charlie?
That's Mike Wheeler, the 42 car. Oh, trouble, Timmy Hill gets looks like he got the chrome horn by the 34 of Robert Arch as caution flag flies one more time, as looked like, not sure exactly what happened here, but we'll check the replay out as it looks like contact between the 34 of Robert Arch and the 56 of Timmy Hill.
Oh yeah. Contact. Robert comes down, tries to move him graciously, and it just doesn't work. Timmy Hill goes around.
Well, I guess Timmy Hill can officially say that he's been arched.
I was just about to say the same thing. Timmy Hill, welcome to Southern National. Timmy Hill, meet Robert Arch. You've now been officially arched.
Well, tough break, Timmy Hill, and he's going to go to the attention of his crew here. Hopefully we'll get a short shootout here with, hopefully we'll get at least 7 or 8 green flag laps. But tell you what, the Woody Wagon looking good. Reminds me of the bomber car that Chris Shear drives out at Wake County Speedway, the old station wagon, the National Lampoon station wagon. But looks like we'll re-rack him here. Blaze Brinkley still showing the way over Josh Parrish and Zach Lightfoot with 8 laps remaining. So Jim Bushy Jr. getting ready to turn the lights off on that iRacing pace truck here next time by, as Blaze Brinkley still showing the way. Just a handful of laps remaining, Mike. It's going to be interesting to see how this thing pans out here in just about 7 laps.
It's been a very interesting race so far. Caution, just tons of caution in tonight's race. I hate to see it. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more green flag racing, as we're going to rack them up side by side, so that way we can go back to green. Looks like maybe a 5-lap shootout here, Charlie. Fans are looking great. I'd like to thank all of those guys for coming out to the race. Looking forward to interviewing the top 3 at the finish of this one with about 4 to go.
Well, Jim Bushy Jr., he's going to make the hard left-hand turn off to 17-degree banking. It's going to be all up to Blaze Brinkley and Josh Parrish as green flag is in the air. Look at Robert Arch. He's going to try to make it 3 wide as he gets a heck of a start here and moves up to the 3rd position.
Yeah, it seems like Robert Arch started in the 4th position, which is interesting. But we got Blaze Brinkley, Josh Parrish, Robert Arch, and then Dylan Newsom slow on the inside there with 4 to go here, coming to the stripe.
So 4 laps remaining, and still Blaze Brinkley over Josh Parrish and Robert Arch. Looks like Zach Lightfoot, he's in the top 5, and Timmy Hill, he's trying to battle there. He's making his way the 5th position. So handful of laps closing. Here comes Ethan Johnson. He's also trying to break into the top 5.
2 to go this time by. 2 to go this time by. Blaze Brinkley still out front, leading the Leith Cars 100 here tonight at Southern National.
2 laps remaining here for Blaze Brinkley. He's got another mile to go. It's going to be white flag this time by, I believe, for Blaze Brinkley. And it is all up to him to close the deal here as he goes through his final time through 3 and 4. It's going to be Blaze Brinkley will take the checkered flag in the Leith Direct 100.
Robert Arch digging hard there towards the tail end of it. He's going to finish 3rd, and it's going to be Josh Parrish pulling up a P2 as Blaze Brinkley takes it around here to come down here. We'll be shortly back here. Maybe we can go to a commercial. Fireworks are out. We're going to get Blaze Brinkley in the top 3 down here so that we can chit-chat with him in victory lane.
I need something faster.
LeithCars.com offers Leith Direct online buying. With no hassle pricing on used cars, I just pick my car and click to buy. They'll even deliver it to me. And if I change my mind in 3 days, I can just bring it back. Leith Direct online buying from LeithCars.com. It's one more reason why it's easier here.
Leith Cars, the local name you've trusted for over 50 years, introduces Leith Direct, the safe, easy way to buy a car online. Just pick your favorite, no-hassle priced used car. Yes, all cars are market priced, so no back and forth. And click to buy. We'll even bring it to you. And if you change your mind in 3 days, just bring it back. Your next car in a click with Leith Direct online buying. From the name you can trust, LeithCars.com. It's easier here.
Welcome back to Southern National Motorsports Park, the Leith Direct 100, brought to you by LeithCars.com. Big congratulations to Blaze Brinkley as he picks up the win in the first of 5 races in the LeithCars.com virtual racing series. We're getting ready to get a quick interview with the race winner here, Blaze Brinkley. I'll tell you what, Mike, a caution-filled evening here tonight. Not what we've seen the first 2 events, but hopefully these drivers will get settled in for the next 4 events and have a little better quality racing here coming up in the next few weeks.
Well, man, real quick before we get these, waiting to get these guys up into the broadcast booth so we can interview them. But I do want to thank everybody, Mike Stoddard, Robert, Michael, you, everybody for putting on this virtual World of Racing, and especially Mark with Leith Cars. It's definitely fun. We're having a good time with it, and I think that we're getting better with it at each and every single event. So I'm looking forward to the next race next Tuesday, and looking forward to getting Josh and Blaze and everybody in this interview room here, so we can get speaking with them.
All right, I think we got Blaze Brinkley here in the victory lane. Blaze, I'll tell you what, caution-filled race, but you hang on to finish P1. Congratulations, great job.
Yeah, thank you. I knew I could be Ethan if we had a few restarts there or something. We were pretty even on speed. Once the caution came out, I knew that the left side...
Yeah, lots of cautions there, and just didn't really get a good flow going there. And your car was pretty quick on the restarts. But again, congratulations, great job, way to start off the quick 5-race season. Congratulations, great job again.
Yeah, thank you. I just got to thank Rapid Race Cars and Rapid Sim Sports for everything.
Well, that's your winner, the car number 12 of Blaze Brinkley. I'm going to go over to Michael Diaz, who has Josh Parrish, runner-up.
Well, P2 tonight, Josh. A little bit different than the RC world that you're used to running. And tell us a little bit about the car. It looked like, I'm not quite sure if you had something, maybe another restart. You might have had something for Blaze. I'm not 100% sure, but we appreciate you coming out here and joining us.
Yeah, the car was good all night. I just tried to pace myself throughout the race, make sure I was there at the end. I feel like me and Blaze were probably pretty close on speed the entire race, just kind of running out of time there. I probably could have settled off in there and moved them on the last lap, but I tried to run them clean and have a good finish for the fans.
Yeah, actually, and I like the color and the paint scheme you got going on over there, and so how does this since you are an RC driver, how does this compare to driving an RC car? Because they're both kind of in a virtual kind of, you're steering something else besides, you know what I mean? So how does it compare to an RC car?
Yeah, it's definitely similar in some aspects as far as you're not sitting in the car, you don't have the actual feel of the car. So I mean, it's similar in that aspect, but I mean, in the RC world, you're kind of at a different point of view looking at the car, like in range, where this, you're sitting behind the wheel, so that part of it's different.
Well, cool. Congratulations on a P2 finish tonight, and we look forward to seeing how you do in round number 2 next Tuesday here with Leith Cars at Southern National. Thanks again for coming out. That's Josh Parrish and the number 35 finishing P2 tonight.
Finishing third was Robert Arch. I'll tell you what, Robert, caution-filled evening tonight. You picked up one win on the first virtual race and then had a little problem in the second one, but this is the one that counts, the first one for points, come home third place, not too shabby.
Yeah, it was rough. I don't even know what you call that, but yeah, I guess it was a good time.
Yeah, it seems like there was a caution, just hard to get into any kind of flow and get a whole lot of racing done tonight. Definitely not what we saw the first 2 races, pretty much went green all the time. Actually had to throw a couple competition yellows just to restack the field and get our commercial breaks in. But it'll be better next week, hopefully. And again, third place, not exactly where you wanted to be, but not too shabby all in all at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, there was definitely some darts without feathers out there. They didn't know where they were going to go, if they wanted to top, if they wanted to bottom, if they wanted to pit. But I mean, it was fun racing with Timmy Hill. I guess he got to meet me a little bit, and it was fun. I don't know. I had a ball. I got to thank Mike Stoddard and all you guys for putting this deal on, Leith Cars. And I mean, we'll be back for 4 more weeks of crash 'em up, bang 'em up.
Well, let's definitely hope that the racing quality improves a little bit over the night. The first 2 races were definitely a little better quality racing, but again, congratulations on a third place finish. Great job.
Yep, thanks.
I tell you, virtual or non-virtual, live or not live, Robert Arch, it doesn't matter where you put him. He's always true to form on the microphone at the end of it. Looks like we got Timmy Hill up here in the broadcast booth. Timmy, you with us, sir?
Hey guys, glad to be here. Yes, I'm with you.
Awesome, man. So how do you like virtual Southern National?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good racetrack. I've been fortunate enough years ago down the line, probably 2008, 2007. I came here with our Allison Legacy cars, and that was a lot of fun back then to drive here. Also ran a couple legend car races here. So I think the racetrack provides a lot of great racing. It's a fun track to race on. I love the banking this track has. So I enjoyed racing here at Southern National and iRacing as well.
Well, we appreciate you coming out and racing with us. I do have a question on a personal note. Timmy, did I hear that you're from roundabout Maryland? Is that true?
Yep, I was born and raised, and my family all still lives in Southern Maryland, Port Tobacco, Maryland. And, of course, when I moved to NASCAR, I had to move down towards North Carolina because that's where NASCAR is based out of. That's where the hub of NASCAR is at. So I moved down here. I'm in High Point, North Carolina now, but my family all still lives in Maryland. Still go back there quite often for holidays. When we race at Dover and Richmond, we go back home, so I enjoy spending time with my family. But, yep, based out of Maryland.
You remember that little go-kart track up there off of 301?
Yeah, King George Speedway. Done a lot of racing. That's where I started my racing. King George, Virginia, right off 301. That's where I started racing go-karts. And raced here probably 5-6 years. We still have our go-karts, and every now and again, I know my younger brother Tyler will go out and still race at King George.
Yeah, I took my son up there, Mason Diaz, up there to King George, and DJ Powell and a bunch of guys, and his grandpa used to run up there at King George all the time. So I was just trying to put the connection there. I've heard so many times that you were from that area and you used to race at King George, and I've never had an opportunity to actually meet you in person or speak with you. So then that just kind of solidified that you are from up in that Maryland, and you are the Timmy Hill that used to race up there at King George. So it was good having you out here. And Charlie, do you have any questions for Timmy tonight?
I did, Timmy. I had heard that you had picked up some big wins in the virtual E-Series here. Tell us a little bit about what you accomplished there, because a lot of stacked drivers in them fields as well. So.
Yes, certainly. It's been a fun time racing here on iRacing the last few weeks. iRacing and Fox have both partnered to kind of get all the Cup drivers from NASCAR together and put some races on Sundays on television. So I think it's been a great opportunity for iRacing to showcase what product they have, to get more members on iRacing. I think we have a lot of NASCAR fans who were familiar with iRacing who now had a chance to kind of witness some of the setups that guys have. They witness some of the lower dollar setups like I have. Just a simple desk setup with a G27. Then they see you can kind of go elaborate and go what Denny Hamlin has with a major shaker rig and a big time setup. So I was able to get a win at Texas over these last few weeks, and a lot of runner-up finishes, a lot of third place finishes. Basically every time we ran those races, I was contending for wins. So that's been a great time to run. It's been a great time to showcase who I am, kind of get people familiar with who Timmy Hill is, and that's been a lot of fun. So I'm glad iRacing has kind of stepped up and put that on for us.
Yeah, Timmy, I've got a quick question for you, sir, Charlie. How did you get partnered up with Leith Cars?
Yeah, Leith, they're not far from me. So I live in High Point, North Carolina. Leith is based out of Raleigh, North Carolina. And it's been a great partnership. I've been actually partnering with Leith for the last couple of years, including this year coming up. This will be year number 3. And we got connected with them and put the race on here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. They would partner with us for both the oval in the spring, and then again for the oval in the fall. So it was a great kind of way to kind of introduce some different cars. I know for Leith, when they first got the Toyota Supra into their inventory for the products, I came up and introduced, kind of did an unveiling with them. So we've had a lot of neat opportunities to show some brand new cars off of Leith, and it's been a fun partnership. I'm excited to have Leith back on our race car coming this fall at the Roval. And obviously right now with the COVID-19, you don't see too many people out buying cars, which we're trying to introduce a way for people to kind of branch out with Leith Direct and go online, and it's really easy to find the car that you want and buy it online. So it's been a great partnership. I'm glad to have Leith as friends with me, and I'm glad that they support such a fun local speedway like Southern National, Wake County Speedway. So this has been fun.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Mark Arson and the entire Leith crowd are definitely a class act. I love that Woody paint scheme.
Yeah, this paint scheme was actually a April Fool's joke. We came out with this paint scheme. We did an unveiling of our paint scheme, I should say, for the race that we had coming up in Charlotte, and we did the unveiling on April 1st. Now, some fans thought that this was the actual paint scheme. They thought it was really cool. Turned out it was an April Fool's joke, and then Mark and I got talking and said, man, people really like this paint scheme. So we thought it'd be fun to, at some point, run this paint scheme. And when this iRacing event came up, we said, well, let's do that. Let's do the green Woody wagon, and let's get that on iRacing. So that's what we did tonight. I thought it looked good. I hope it showed up well in the broadcast, and I was excited, really excited to run it.
I tell you what, you may think it's funny, but we actually have a bomber car that is the station wagon with that exact same paint scheme, and they have a cooler on the top, and it was kind of a throwback from the National Lampoons, but it is the exact same paint scheme that you were running that actually runs weekly at Wake County Speedway.
Oh, that's funny. I wish I could see that.
I'll get a picture to you and send it over to you. But we definitely appreciate you joining us, and hope that you can, fit it in your schedule for the remaining series. And again, thanks to Mark Arson and all the fine folks at LeithCars.com with Leith Direct, where you can buy your car online. Well, Mike, I'll tell you what, it was a great first showing. Of course, the quality of racing wasn't what we were used to, but just a rough day. Maybe Tuesday changing up the day may have threw some people off a kilter, but hopefully we have a little better racing next time. But all in all, a great show, and congratulations to Blaze Brinkley for picking up the win.
Absolutely. A little bit of a caution wreck fest going on at Southern National tonight, but the production of everything was good. Virtual racing is alive and well at both Southern National and Wake County. Like to extend the invitation to Timmy to come out to visit our tracks at any of our events. He can build his fan base. That's what it's all about, is building your local fan base at local short tracks. So he's more than welcome to come out. But besides that, Charlie, I'd like to thank everybody, you, the whole entire staff, everybody as always, for putting on even a virtual reality race. This weekend there's going to be some events being held out there, so I wish everyone the best. Please stay safe, practice social distancing, so that way we don't get any spikes, and that we can go back racing at both Wake County and Southern National. So on behalf of myself and everybody, I'd like to say thank you. And as always, Charlie, you can take us home, buddy.
Absolutely. So once again, thanks to Michael D'Amico and all the fine folks at MaxSpeedTV, Robert McFarland, our race director, and also huge thanks to Mike Stoddard, who is the racing coordinator, the director of the entire racing series, doing all the legwork. So I tell you, can't thank Mike Stoddard enough for everything he's doing. So I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight's Leith Direct 100, presented by LeithCars.com. We'll see you next Tuesday night for race number 2. On behalf of Michael Diaz, I'm Charlie Hansen. Everybody have a good night and stay safe.